Henry McMaster is putting out a warning to state lawmakers. He says dangerous consequences could follow if they do not enact stronger penalties on people who illegally possess guns.
For example, that includes people who have stolen guns or are banned from owning a gun because of a prior conviction. State House reporter Mary Green has details.
For months, Governor McMaster has been calling on the legislature to pass tougher illegal gun possession penalties. Republican leaders here at the State House say they're on board, but that getting this done is a bit more complex.
When people commit these gun crimes, those sentences must get bigger and bigger every time it's repeated, and they need to go to jail.
The governor's comments followed a shooting in the middle of the day last week near downtown Columbia that caused hours-long road closures and business lockdowns. Investigators say the suspect, 26-year-old Brandon Joyner, is prohibited from using a gun because he was on probation, but that he still had his hands on one that day and now faces 10 counts of attempted murder for shooting at officers.
Clearly now the time to act in South Carolina.
McMaster has repeatedly made this call this year, including right after a shooting on the beach at Isle of Palms left 5 people hurt. Tougher gun penalties passed the House of Representatives earlier this year, but they were folded into a larger bill that would allow most adults in South Carolina to carry a gun without needing a permit or training.
Those were put together because it made the bill more palatable to the general membership, and the one thing that we need to make sure of is that we secure our citizens' constitutional rights to guns, and anything that whittles away from that might find some opposition over here in the House.
Republican leaders in the Senate say there wasn't enough support to pass that bill in the upper chamber, and attempts to pass the illegal gun penalties on their own or in other bills fell short.
The gun penalties is something that we absolutely need to address. I wish we could have taken that up. Frankly, we didn't have the votes to take it up. This is something that's going to take some work, try to figure out how to deal with that.
The state legislature is out of session and not expected to be back in Columbia until January. I asked Governor McMaster what he plans to do to keep this priority at the forefront when they return.
They will be at the fore because it is going to keep on happening until our legislature takes the action that I've asked them to take and others have asked them to take and close this revolving door on these career criminals. It will continue to happen.